becoming one's own, knowing anything from anyone to not knowing anything from anyone to knowing anything necessarily, pleasurably, leisurely, etc. For oneself, to love, live, happily, successfully, etc. For oneself. How amazing! One may create the life one wants to live. Reading Dr. Mario Martinez's The Mind-Body Code, embodying beyond an abode. Thinking about it didn't start with you by Mark Rowland. I don't know these persons personally, though what they write about is important. Healing from trauma, shifting perspective, self-culturing, embodying, practically living through a mindset one chooses. Learning from the past, moving into one's own futures. Generational pain before you can end with you. Generational good can continue on from you too. You can end evil and start good. You're so powerful. Get rid of self-destructive distractions causing you to avoid feeling worthy for your life with elevating cognitions and exalting emotions, to continue lifting your life with glory. Dufresne beyond the shore, light and love of times, pondering behind a head vacation. Someone's in the bushes beyond an abode. You and your generational line will reap what you sow. As I grow well, I understand even if one adopts a network or becomes an adoptee of a network, one is either self-culturing, or part of another's culturing process. One grows how one decides to grow. Why may depend on each individual, to each one's own. I am mindful of myself in ways contributing toward better of my growing network, even if any of my network already considers to be at one's best. One may always improve. How? Well, one must decide for oneself that which one wants for one's life. I check myself, I check what I do. I'm checking more than a checklist. I uplift good health, I uplift myself with or without a crew. I'm lifting more than a balance between being selfish or selfless. I'm establishing my network self-being, being of self with pure fountains of pure knowledge. I'd rather my network live wearing a grin. I don't want my network living with chagrin. I want my network better in the end, and from what, when, where, and why they begin. One may always improve, learning practically may cause life to change. If life is changing for the better, will you really want to live the old same? I'm uplifting good ways for new gains, because one may make the future more navigable, though doing so may require good work, which is better to me than a future constantly fatigable. Heaven in heaven, heaven on earth. I live how I live, and short my life is better, improving since birth. All the while, before and or after, which one must answer is to know thyself enough. One may need to do so theoretically before practically, for a precautious reason or so. I'm lessening inflammation, considering my thriving health's future by consuming and living better, while always learning how to consume and live better than doing so. Circuminoids, improve absorption quality with black pepper, piperine. Circuminoids, helps fight chronic inflammation which can lead to disease. Circuminoids, boost brain-derived neurotropic factor, promoting life and neurons. What a good actor. Circuminoids, living a good healthy lifestyle brings me so much joy. Circuminoids, improve absorption quality with black pepper, piperine. Circuminoids, helps fight chronic inflammation which can lead to disease. Circuminoids, boost brain-derived neurotropic factor, promoting life and neurons. What a good actor. Circuminoids, living a good healthy lifestyle brings me so much joy. I'm consuming turmeric, probably from Andhra Pradesh, ginger, probably from the Shandong province, black pepper, probably from Vietnam, Central Highlands and Southeast region. Enhancing my health with curcumin, black pepper for better absorption in my bloodstream. Good healthy ingredients make a good team, working toward healthy longevity, proactive faith with science doubly uplifting me. Curcuminoids, improving absorption quality with black pepper, piperine, curcuminoids, helps fight chronic inflammation which can lead to disease. Curcuminoids, boost brain-derived neurotropic factor promoting life for neurons. What a good actor. Curcuminoids, living a good healthy lifestyle brings me so much joy. Curcuminoids, improving absorption quality with black pepper, piperine, curcuminoids, helps fight chronic inflammation which can lead to disease. Curcuminoids, boost brain-derived neurotropic factor promoting life for neurons. What a good actor. Curcuminoids, living a good healthy lifestyle brings me so much joy. Inflammation, noun, a local response to cellular injury that is marked by capillary dilatation, leukocytic infiltration, redness, heat, and pain, and that serves as a mechanism initiating the divination of noxious agents and of damaged tissue, the act of inflaming, the state of being inflamed. Inflammatory, adjective, tending to excite anger, disorder, or tumult, tending to inflame or excite the senses, accompanied by or tending to cause inflammation. 1 Corinthians 13:11, New King James Version. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. What does that mean to me? Waking with no oversight, living a purposeful life, nourishing myself well, creating good memories so I may always have nice stories to tell. Never knowing one might have to reassociate with self like a hermit crab with a shell. Lifestyle on the go, working my own schedule, training at a gym to fulfill my health goals. Always good business, good growth, and being good social. Good funds, I read and write better more nowadays, creating a path toward where I need to go. Lifestyle on the go, working my own schedule, training at a gym to fulfill my health goals. Always good business, good growth, and being good social. Good funds, I read and write better more nowadays, creating a path to where I need to go. For futures to discover, explore more to behold. A creative, intelligent, hard, smart, working human role. My decisions like good hands, good chances, I never need to fold. I respect living my life, I don't need to bluff. On my way to being a consistently successful publisher, angel investor, all evil eye sequester. To all my good folks, God bless ya. Lifestyle on the go, working my own schedule, training at a gym to fulfill my health goals. Always good business, good growth, and being good social. Good funds, I read and write better more nowadays, creating a path to where I need to go. Lifestyle on the go, working my own schedule, training at a gym to fulfill my health goals. Always good business, good growth, and being good social. Good funds, I read and write better more nowadays, creating a path to where I need to go. Literate, adjective, educated, cultured, able to read and write, versed in literature or creative writing, lucid, polished, having knowledge or competency. Noun, an educated person, a person who can read and write. What are you going to do if you can't read? What are you going to do if you can't write? Born having imagination before television helps me respect what is and isn't. What can be with appreciation, recognize similarities, acknowledge difference. Born creating before school helps me will what I can do, beyond and within no rule, realizing my truth, actualizing I soothe, living proof. Nature boy living in a city, thinking of stars reflecting on lakes against the sky. Will street lights ever be as pretty? Cautious of how or where I inhale, clear refreshing air helps the body never fail. Unlike nanoparticles through air pollution, which may cause one's insides to inflame. Between deep nature and a city is not more different than the same. Does industry support nature? Does nature support industry? Literate. Adjective. Educated, cultured, able to read and write, versed in literature or creative writing, lucid, polished, having knowledge or competency. Noun, an educated person, a person who can read and write. What are you going to do if you can't read? What are you going to do if you can't write? Born having imagination before television helps me respect what is and isn't. What can be with appreciation, recognize similarities, acknowledge difference. Born creating before school helps me will what I can do, beyond and within no rule, realizing my truth, actualizing I soothe, living proof. Is what I'm asking new to what you hear of? Is moving forward away from moving in reversal? Ever think of a plant or animal without thinking about its extinction? Like thinking of oneself living before one's no longer existing? What's insight without vision? What's envisioning without eyes? What do you seek to create between beyond and within truths and lies? Born having imagination before television helps me respect what is and isn't, what can be, with appreciation, recognize similarities, acknowledge different. Born creating before school helps me will what I can do, beyond and within no rule, realizing my truth, actualizing I soothe, living proof. Once excitingly running out of the crib, my mom's living space, with nearly all necessary equipment toward a site for a videographic session, I realized I leave necessary equipment at the crib. Arriving at the site on my retrieval walk, I realized the importance of keeping the same energy one embarks on a journey and or mission with from the beginning through end. Wisely, I returned to the site with the necessary equipment, never disregarding my energy to be never lapsing because the necessary work is being complete well. When coming up rich from being poor, mature your energy. When you come from selling one piece of merch to selling all your inventory in store, mature your energy. When you communicate between different personalities and mentalities, mature your energy. When you're helping run a part of a world from the ground up within and beyond the hierarchy, mature your energy. Training at a gym, working with what I'm minded. I make eye contact multiple times with the younger boy watching. I keep an eye on him, then figure how I can help a younger one with good plotting. Hanging by both arms, facial grimace, hands feeling friction. I give my extra pair of gloves so the TRX ropes will never feel without them like it does. I remember sitting in an eatery, working remote, taking a break late to make time to share my bookmark with individuals. A father is with 3 children, the youngest of which looks to me and says God 3 times, adding sky once when pointing between me and the sky. My life is a dedication to God, the creator of the universe, the greatest energy, with me since before I know, longer than any, through and beyond me. Riding my bike for 1 hour to work, breaking to hand out my bookmark. not just to feel important. Bits of my energy, encouraging literacy, human civility. I'm not in my living spaces with my creativity dormant. Good person, good purpose, self-culturing, unburdening, enlivening, lightening, enlightening, and deepening the widening. When coming up, rich from being poor, mature your energy. When you come from selling one piece of merch to selling all your inventory in store, mature your energy. When you communicate between different personalities and mentalities, mature your energy. When you're helping run a part of the world from the ground up within and beyond the hierarchy, mature your energy. When coming up rich from being poor, mature your energy. When you come from selling one piece of merch, selling all your inventory in the store, mature your energy. When you communicate between different personalities and mentalities, mature your energy. When you're helping run a part of the world from the ground up within and beyond the hierarchy, mature your energy. One must not just keep one's same energy and or energies, though mature one's energy and or energies, as well as processes of one's energy and or energies. I remember being at home one day, graduate school 2016, being single, at the crib, alone. I decide to find an attractive woman to masturbate to. I get a woman's number about 2 weeks ago. I've just yet to hear from her. Do you want to find peace? Can you be with yourself? Happy? Do you want to find love in how you see? Can you look in the mirror and find relief? Do you want to find joy? What exaltations do you employ? Do you want to find progress? Or your elevations bringing more good or less? Writing a poem, creating a song, art dissecting life, stories of a journey I'm not sure any can ever live twice. Is once not enough? Improving who I am in silence, appreciation, grateful through all I'm emanating. With no fear, I'm living well because I care. Listen, look, and or touch, invest, good and good. I'm here. A human being, well proactive through all my years. Self-positive, self-love, self-culturing for living beyond mouths and ears. After finding an attractive woman, pleasuring herself to one of Jay-Z's songs, then coming, I prepare to write with a different sense of calm, of respecting enough for what enough is. In the present, continuing on, more grateful with my life, putting no weight on the woman of which we exchange numbers. Since I have goals to accomplish, I focus on them more than I may have her. Do you want to find peace? Can you be with yourself? Happy? Do you want to find love in how you see? Can you look in the mirror and find relief? Do you want to find joy? What exaltations do you employ? Do you want to find progress? Or your elevations bringing more good or less? Older, younger, if one thirsts, does not one find a way to quench, or does one remain thirsty? If one hungers, does not one find a way to satiate, or does one remain hungry? If one yearns for life, does not one live, or does one remain lifeless? If one goes to another's life for life, is one living, seeking a journey, journeying, or journeyless? Afterward, while writing, the lady of the long-lived short years texts me. Yes, I received a response from after our initial conversations 2 weeks ago. We become friends with benefits, advanced friends with benefits. After which, well, I choose not to masturbate anymore for a time. I live with humility. I appreciate how good natures can do for me, not just aesthetically, collaboratively, unity. I live with prosperity. I appreciate how good decisions can do for me, not just monetarily, wholly, holistically. Thank a flowering evergreen tree for star anise, fitting perfectly when I'm preparing my tea with an additional herb and or leaf, a little iodine, not too salty, maturing in a 7-minute steep. Thank a flowering evergreen tree for star anise, fitting perfectly when I'm preparing my tea with an additional herb and or leaf, a little iodine, not too salty, maturing in a 7-minute steep. I have placid, good and proven health. Shikimic acid caters well to my wealth. I buy my star anise from a spice shelf. The flavonoids and polyphenols help molecularly, cardiovascularly. I don't make time to stress. I make time to improve my best. Monitoring and improving how I ingest. I always choose better on my life's quest. I live with humility. I appreciate how good natures can do for me, not just aesthetically, collaboratively, unity. I live with prosperity. I appreciate how good decisions can do for me, not just monetarily, wholly, holistically. Thank a flowering evergreen tree for star anise, fitting perfectly when I'm preparing my tea with an additional herb and or leaf, a little iodine, not too salty, maturing in a 7-minute steep. Thank a flowering evergreen tree for star anise, fitting perfectly when I'm preparing my tea with an additional herb and or leaf, a little iodine, not too salty, maturing in the 7-minute steep. To better grow, I wanna watch all the children grow good. I wanna watch the good children grow. I wanna culture a new good type of neighborhood. I want an old neighborhood to be a better, safer cultural zone. What good can one do alone? What good can an adult to a child show? Do not peers need consistently good influences to better grow? Aunts, uncles, grandparents, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, influential familial figures, frames in the pictures, stooges in the stitches, souls in the critters, earth in the litters. I'm minding my own, minding my business, taking care of what I need to well, work hard and smart, complete, show, tell, then sell. Heaven over hell, living good is how I choose to excel. Naturally evil I repel. From a 1 to a 4 season setting, urban to country, every living space has a different bedding. Every individual has a different preference. Not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving and or Christmas has a pine tree, let alone presents. Not every living being has a sense of a good family presence. Not every person personally observes inner talents and gifts. One may always do better. Feeling improvement may require a mindset shift. One's mentality coincides with one's embodiment. Going up a hill, I watch cement turn to dirt and forest. One with a lesser amount of money doesn't always feel the poorest. True wealth is not comparing to creating a richer or poorer. Self-worth, self-value, and self with self. Individuals communion, breaking bread with good morals and good sense. I wanna watch all the children grow good. I wanna watch the good children grow. I want a culture, a new good type of neighborhood. I want an old neighborhood to be a better, safer cultural zone. What good can one do alone? What good can an adult to a child show? Do not peers need consistently good influences to better grow? Aunts, uncles, grandparents, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, influential familial figures, frames in the pictures, sutures in the stitches, souls in the critters, earth in the litters. I'm minding my own, minding my business, taking care of what I need to well, work hard and smart, complete, show, tell, then sell. Heaven over hell, living good is how I choose to excel. Naturally evil I repel. To better grow, to better grow. I'll always be in good standing with ways I move in life, even more so with a good and fit, mindful woman. Good, fit, mindful women. Bright through rainy weather mornings, celebrating living, good home food and drink from breakfast through dinings. Mom, I love you. I'll treat my future romantic life partner good and better cause of ways I treat you. I always listen, never dismissing. I don't find minimal, I find subliminal in conversing. Cuddling, huddling, hugging, kissing makes a relation more submersive. Mutual proactive respect makes a relation more uplifting. Analog clock, silently ticking. Life doesn't stop. A good time's always ready to pop. You're one to keep. I like to see you when I wake from sleep. Our times together are like living daydreams. We respect finitely lastings. Perpetual purposeful results from perpetual purposeful actions. Analog clock, silently ticking. Life doesn't stop. A good time's always ready to pop. We make the most of what we have. We create good futures from and beyond the past. Analog clock, silently ticking. Life doesn't stop. A good time's always ready to pop. We work creatively hard and smart while we dance and laugh. Honesty builds trust and loyalty characteristically. Analog clock, silently ticking. Life doesn't stop. A good time's always ready to pop. National debt or education, big or small, big or small. What's your situation? What are you paying for? Healthcare or military? Do you know? Do you know what your taxes carry? What are you paying for? Food and agriculture or veterans benefits in an economy? Do you know how your money fits? What are you paying for? Is it discretionary or mandatory? With good financial practice, you better manage within and beyond your tax bracket. What are you paying for? National debt or education? Big or small? Big or small? What's your situation? What are you paying for? Healthcare or military? Do you know? Do you know what your taxes carry? What are you paying for? Food and agriculture or veterans benefits in an economy? Do you know how your money fits? What are you paying for? Is it discretionary or mandatory? With good financial practice, you better manage within and beyond your tax bracket. For the work of love, for the work of money, for the love of work, for the love of being busy. What's good living? Living frugal with elation? Am I overpaying in taxes, paying for private transportation? What's comfort and convenience in your financial situation? What are you paying for? 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 National debt or education? Big or small? Big or small? What's your situation? What are you paying for? Healthcare or military? Do you know? Do you know what your taxes carry? What are you paying for? Food and agriculture or veterans benefits in an economy? Do you know how your money fits? What are you paying for? Is it discretionary or mandatory? With good financial practice, you better manage within and beyond your tax bracket. What are you paying for? National debt or education? Big or small? Big or small? What's your situation? What are you paying for? Healthcare or military? Do you know? Do you know what your taxes carry? What are you paying for? Food and agriculture or veterans benefits in an economy? Do you know how your money fits? What are you paying for? Is it discretionary or mandatory? With good financial practice, you better manage within and beyond your tax bracket.
Why is a river important? From land to ocean, seawater evaporates. Water vapors become clouds. Moisture in carriage releases as precipitation. Fresh water feeds rivers and streams. Water cycling, replenishing, and essential for all living. What river is the same? A geologist wakes on a boat of a hydrologist's expedition. Warming sun rays touch the geologist's face, who begins reading a book aloud. Whenever a word comes out of the geologist's mouth, a hint of morning breath arises, which the geologist becomes constantly aware, which moves the geologist, practically thinking, to a bowl of mints in the main research cabin of the boat. In the main research cabin of the boat, a hydrologist greets the geologist. Hey, the river's course is flattening. The river's meandering. Now you can get a bird caws. And the geologist only hears the last portion of the hydrologist's statement. Mint you need. Which draws the geologist to ask, what's that I need? The hydrologist answers amongst flocking, flapping birds, sediment. The geologist responds, oh, yes, thank you. That's why I'm here. Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.
We're complete strangers through good conversations, no dangers, open situations, good minds in our heads, equilibrium on our shoulders, legal, not caring who's younger or older. I'm safe, you're safe, I'm secure, you're secure, I'm mature, you're mature. What pleasures may we enjoy, between ourselves pure, between ourselves and a toy. What leisures may we employ, creating our story. In and from a public and or private space, choosing and embracing fun, good consistent change. We might not have anything in common beyond being human and having a name. To a public and or private space, sharing time together, dynamics of enjoyment at a varying pace. Mutual consent is natural in conversation on any stage. We're not trying to feel a lifetime in a day. Time with each other is not like embarking in a race. My life, your life. My rights, your rights. Equality with no fights, ready to begin again with new days and nights. We're complete strangers through good conversations, no dangers, open situations, good minds in our heads, equilibrium on our shoulders, legal, not caring who's younger or older. I'm safe, you're safe, I'm secure, you're secure, I'm mature, you're mature. What pleasures may we enjoy, between ourselves pure, between ourselves and a toy. What leisures may we employ, creating our story. We're complete strangers through good conversations, no dangers, open situations, good minds in our heads, equilibrium on our shoulders, legal, not caring who's younger or older. I'm safe, you're safe, I'm secure, you're secure, I'm mature, you're mature. What pleasures may we enjoy, between ourselves pure, between ourselves and a toy. What leisures may we employ, creating our story. To be complete and strange, to meet, discovering a varying range. Oh, what wonderful possibilities with good discoveries.
Rapid eye movement, non-rapid eye movement. Good quality sleep is necessary. Each stage of human development requires a varying good quality necessity. Sleep without interruptions, adenosine, melatonin, works naturally. Amygdala, hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, learning, healing, preventing, organizing, cleaning, shifting, creativity, creatively solving, human balancing, well progressing. A gynecologist and urologist are walking out of a Broadway musical. One of the dazzling performers, an opera singer, is in a lively conversation with a plumber, which draws the attention of the gynecologist and urologist when the opera singer asks the plumber, "How are the pipes?" The plumber answers, "Fine. No leaks, no squeaks, no need for any padding in the lower areas." The opera singer responds, "Between all the excitement with the boys and girls around, I'm comfortable with a professional to help with details of an aftermath and prevention. Who knows what loosening or tightening may evolve from emotion." Stepping forward, the gynecologist and urologist introduce themselves and their professions formally. Then the gynecologist asks the plumber, "What do you do for a living?" The plumber responds, "I handle the in-betweens of households, like biological, psychological, sanitarian, especially for families. You two don't seem too far off from the field. If not us, then who?" The urologist adds with gusto, "Exactly. Let's connect. We're hosting a conference. We're seeking a guest speaker that may offer an answer to how may a urinary tract evolve. You'll only need to speak from what you know. Do you have anything in mind?" The plumber responds, "Of course. I'm a master. I'm quite familiar with what can evolve from genital areas, mainly the pipes afterward. Backflow, prevention, cross-connection control, heating and cooling, human faucets and fixtures, green, radiant heat, solar thermal, rainwater, harvesting." The gynecologist quips with eyes widening, "Yes, you are well aware of different elemental dynamics that may affect human progress and procedures in touch with appropriately handling sensitive areas of a human being. You're a revolutionist, a revolutionary scientist, aren't you? Bioethics, between and beyond semantics, astounding, let's exchange numbers. After an exchanging of numbers, an extension of an invitation to the conference, to the opera singer, and farewell biddings, the opera singer, the plumber, the gynecologist, and the urologist enjoy the evening, respectively. Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.
You're a human being. I can better understand through clear ways you're guiding, listening, watching, verbal, physical cues, observational, environmental, situational moves. I want our best to thrive while we continue getting better all the while. You're a woman with some kind of butt bump that might make a man like a hungry lion on deer jump. You're a woman with some kind of breast for lumps that might make a man like a hungry suckling newborn want to pump. You're a woman with your swaggerish walk that might make a man mid-sentence talk with a gawk. You're a woman with a natural pheromone that might make a man try to persuade you to make a home. You're a woman with some kind of butt bump that might make a man like a hungry lion on deer jump. You're a woman with some kind of breast for lumps that might make a man like a hungry suckling newborn want to pump. You're a woman with your swaggerish walk that might make a man mid-sentence talk with a gawk. You're a woman with a natural pheromone that might make a man try to persuade you to make a home. Life isn't just about the way I feel. Our minds communicating is real. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I want a lot with you, I hope you want a lot with me. One choice at a time, I'm glad that the choice is ours. We talk through leisures and pleasures, through seconds, minutes, and hours. You're a woman with some kind of butt bump that might make a man like a hungry lion on deer jump. You're a woman with some kind of breast for lumps that might make a man like a hungry suckling newborn want to pump. You're a woman with your swaggerish walk that might make a man mid-sentence talk with a gawk. You're a woman with a natural pheromone that might make a man try to persuade you to make a home. You're a woman with some kind of butt bump that might make a man like a hungry lion on deer jump. You're a woman with some kind of breast for lumps that might make a man like a hungry suckling newborn want to pump. You're a woman with your swaggerish walk that might make a man mid-sentence talk with a gawk. You're a woman with a natural pheromone that might make a man try to persuade you to make a home. You're a woman.
Hello. I hope all is progressing well. Sweat releases from one's eccrine glands, surfacing on one's skin, including soles of feet and palms of hands. During evaporation of sweat, one may expect skin cooling
and body temperature regulation to begin. If anyone wonders of a smell, one's apocrine glands may have more than a story to tell. Breaching a nose beyond the sartorial of sweat from one's apocrine glands in contact with the dermal bacterial. A sous chef enters a private room for an appointment with a dermatologist. Beyond formalities, the dermatologist asks, "What's going on?" The sous chef responds, "When an executive chef invites me to a meeting with other executive chefs, I always receive complaints post-meeting about how I smell, my odors." Ponderously, the dermatologist asks, "Do you change your clothes before meeting with the executive chefs?" The sous chef answers, "Yes, of course. Working in the heat of the kitchen can draw sweat, especially on a busy day. Plus, I shower with soap and water in general." The dermatologist asks, "Do you sweat a lot?" The sous chef answers, "I don't think so." Curiously, the dermatologist asks, "What is a most common response of anyone in your vicinity noticeably smelling your body odors?" The sous chef answers, "They ask if I'm a chef." The dermatologist shares, with a bit of a stutter, "Aluminum, salts, in contact with sweat, expand, temporarily plugging sweat ducts. Aluminum is a key ingredient in an antiperspirant. You don't even need a prescription." The sous chef stands, beaming, responding, "Perfect. I have plenty of aluminum and salt in my kitchen." Excitingly, hurrying out the private room, continuing, the sous chef says, "I have to apply these remedies immediately." Attempting to reach beyond any confusion, the dermatologist tries quickly responding, "You can couple an antiperspirant with a deodorant." Onward and Upward. Kevin Dufresne.
I'm thinking There's a lot that we can do. I'm liking sharing time with you. We're here now. Let's play into our truth. Side by side, rock, paper, shoe decides how we go, self-control, how we flow like a wild, untamable carousel. Together we're a major attraction to life's grand show. We align our destinies for moments, goals. We keep eye contact, conversing to better understand our souls. Different and or same, with unreasonable, wild, flexible modes. We explore to navigate well between warmth and colds. We're respectful, being consensual. We play well, making normal so special. I'm thinking there's a lot that we can do. I'm liking sharing time with you. We're here now. Let's play into our truth. Side by side, rock, paper, shoe decides how we go, self-control, how we flow like a wild, untamable carousel. Together we're a major attraction to life's grand show. I'm thinking there's a lot that we can do. I'm liking sharing time with you. We're here now. Let's play into our truth.
Hello. I hope all is progressing well. Saline, please. I don't want a nosebleed or damage to my nasal cavity. I don't want an infection or a hole in my septum. I'm staying disease-free. I'm not a bore. I don't want a nose sore. Picking for a booger is an unnecessary chore. Not doing so is not a thing I'll deplore. In passing, an undergraduate philosophy major overhears museology majors discussing the only nearby excavation site as a potential portal to discovering life, to advance life. The undergraduate philosophy major decides to visit the excavation site on a weekday with no classes. Upon arriving at the excavation site, the undergraduate philosophy major encounters an anthropologist, an archaeologist, and a paleontologist in conversation. The anthropologist, archaeologist, and paleontologist look toward the undergraduate philosophy major, who greets them with a formal introduction, then asks, "Have you come to discover life, to advance life?" The archaeologist responds, "Yes, materials of everyday life, of varying cultures, prove cross-cultural constancies in life." The anthropologist answers, "Yes, life is full of many components to understand, considering A random timeline of discovery contributing to how living organisms may navigate futures more intelligently, responsibly, and hopefully more enjoyably, peacefully. The paleontologist nods, answering, hey, without discovering fossils, do you think a film like Jurassic Park will exist? What about fossil Pokemon like Kabutops and Kabuto? Can't you play Pokemon on a Nintendo Advance? What about you? Are you discovering life to advance life? The undergraduate philosophy major answers, yes, I think so, by asking you, by trying to. Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.
We all start as foreigners to each other, even if we are born in the same countries as neighbors in cribs or next door. To grow from strangers to good lovers, only due to being willing to learn of each other more. Now we know each other very well. Thanks for sharing time with me. I'll cherish our memories. I'll remember that bite. I'll remember that sip. I'll remember that spark, lightning embers between us. I'll remember that laugh. I'll remember that walk. I'll remember that talk between when it's bright outside and dark. Thank you for fellatio before our first kiss. You're so experimental, wearing blindfolding. It's true, an open mind to good fun can result in a breakthrough. I'll remember that bite. I'll remember that sip. I'll remember that spark, lightning embers between us. I'll remember that laugh. I'll remember that walk. I'll remember that talk between when it's bright outside and dark. I'll remember that bite. I'll remember that sip. I'll remember that spark, lightning embers between us. I'll remember that laugh. I'll remember that walk. I'll remember that talk between when it's bright outside and dark. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have an allergy to an oil? Don't let your head spoil. Every scalp, hair follicle, hair strand may differ in needs environmentally. What may one come to find from land to land? Coconut, sesame, almond, jaborandi, moringa, amla, bringraj, argan, olive. How helpful might be a lipid? Overnight, with a shower, as a conditioner. What's best? Why, you're in control of your life. Research and test.
A sociologist is sitting in a podiatrist's office with a stern face forming after exchanging niceties, and the podiatrist speaks. Why do you bring yourself here today? In your profile, you only write feet, and that you'll only speak directly to the doctor. The sociologist responds, I'm a dating coach. I am a sociologist of love. The podiatrist observes as the sociologist's shoes drop, clopping to the ground, and continues to listen to the sociologist speaking. Are corns contagious? One of my clients tells me a dater doesn't want to date anymore because the ability to grow corns is genetic. The dater doesn't even want to touch anything that looks like a corn vegetable. How do my feet look? Isn't a corn a fruit? The podiatrist responds, your feet look fine. A routine checkup is a good way to build and monitor a health history. However you choose to, organizing health details. Wearing proper fitting socks and shoes may prevent corns and calluses. The sociologist speaks as though from deep pondering. How do I tell my beautiful and handsome clients to respond to if I want claws on an animal, I'll buy an animal. I don't want to date a pet animal for life and love. I'm a mammal, but I'm not that wild. Or I don't want to feel like I'm always living with a nail sticking out around me whenever you bring your hammer toes out. I feel like you're biologically, subconsciously trying to be extra, trying to be multifunctional. The podiatrist sighs, responding, I'm sorry to hear that potentially amazing relationships don't go the distance of amazing because of a whim, a choice, a health decision that may be minor long term. Still, you may offer solutions, treatment options, as well as information that one of your clients may use on a date with a foot watcher of romance. Do many of your clients experience
similar situations? The sociologist responds, 27% of 369 of my clients, all with similar situations. I'll appreciate any help you can give. I'll pay you, not just for this appointment, of course, separately. The podiatrist responds, sure, let's connect. I have pamphlets in the office. If you find anything helpful, take it, and we'll talk more later. After an exchanging of contact information and a taking of pamphlets, the sociologist stops before leaving to speak. Thank you so much. Why become a podiatrist? The podiatrist chuckles, responding, my partner's feats in college. A running joke is my reason for ensuring my life is more purposeful. I go from not declaring a major to majoring in health science, then pediatric medicine programming. The life you choose is the life you live. And I am loving the life I'm living. Why become a sociologist of love? On the way out of the podiatrist's office, the sociologist responds, because good love, good loving is necessary in and for the progressing world at large. And I'm trying to answer a couple of questions. How is the progressing universe full of thriving, good loving to be? How will the progressing universe so progress? Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.
I like to be romantic with you to varying degrees. In varying degrees. I like you watching my mountain go from a hill to a mountain. I like you massaging around my body. Kiss me. I like to find out of each other how much more we can please. Gently squeeze. Here now we're all we have, warmth and need. watching my mound go from a hill to a mountain. I like you massaging around my body. Skin to skin, I like licking your face under your chin. I like the rise I feel watching your shirt lifting. I like my lips planting, like every part of your upper body has lips puckering. I like the way you look after your lower garments are done dropping. I like the way you feel within my hands palming. Oh, kiss me, kiss me. I like to find out of each other how much more we can please. Gently squeeze, squeeze. Here now we're all we have, want and need. I like the way you look after your lower garments are dropping. I like the way you feel within my hands palming.
What is 2020 vision? Normal vision, for one, 20 feet from a chart of sight's faculty. What is vision? Of the mind, imagination before nascent, might, a golden eagle, might, the James Webb Telescope, envision progress for humanity, for another. Acipitriformes, observing the sky. What's the difference between light energy toward a black hole and light energy toward an eye? A maxillofacial surgeon enters an optometrist's office, noting the optometrist reading in Braille, nodding while in seemingly agreeable conversation with an ophthalmologist present. After exchanging greetings, the maxillofacial surgeon follows directions from the optometrist and the ophthalmologist between a phoropter, retinoscope, ophthalmoscope, tonometer, and slit lamp. The optometrist consults with the ophthalmologist about holistic medicinal approaches toward healthier eyes. The optometrist prints a document in Braille, hands the document to the ophthalmologist, who is finishing, extending, a pocket walking cane and is now conversing, reading, and walking around the office. The ophthalmologist says, "I have a stock full of almonds, carrots, and oranges, always, and advise individuals that care about their eyes to consume them regularly. The almonds, carrots, and oranges, not their own eyes, as I do. Thanks again for your help." The optometrist responds, "Thank you again. I hope all the rest of your procedures go well." After the ophthalmologist leaves the office, the optometrist apologizes to the maxillofacial surgeon and says, "After a morning full of procedures, the ophthalmologist has many upcoming procedures, and I refer individuals with extensive particular needs to the ophthalmologist, one of the best alive." The maxillofacial surgeon responds, "Perfectly fine." The ophthalmologist's steadiness, conversing, reading, and maneuvering with a walking cane is astonishing. So, how are you considering my eyes? The optometrist responds, "Perfectly fine. Come again in 1 or 2 years." The maxillofacial surgeon nods, responding, "You don't ever miss your patients so much that you want them to come in again sooner, like in 6 months, even if for a cleaning?" The optometrist responds, after chuckling, like telling a child with new feelings that really loves candy to come see me in 6 months for a cleaning. Candy to an eye and candy to a mouth are quite different. The maxillofacial surgeon responds on the way out of the office, "Yes, and they may both be quite sweet." Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.
Reflections can be empowering, enlightening. Properly reflecting is important in helping one better understand oneself as well as another. What happens if one literally does so in front of a mirror and/or mirrors? Tongue through lips, entrance and exit zones. Grip my muscles, I love all of your holds. I love your touch, whether you're warm and or cold. We're so mindfully in tune, connecting our souls. Epitomizing good health, switching from yoga pose to yoga pose. I love the way our hips try to meet. Pleasurable coitus. I don't have to go 9 inches deep unless you want and or need the rest of me. Physically, self-confidence, self-worth beyond my 7-inch girth. I like to sexually adore you from your mind to your feet. I like your body gyrating in connection with me. I like the way your breasts move. I like the way your booty bounces. You're so attractive. I love your mid, upper, and lower sections. You're one reason for my super erections. Hallelujah, you might be one of God's blessings. You feel good with every hip push, back, and thrust. We can stay in one position and or switch if you want. Elevating well, doing good that we must. Good communication in motion proves our trust. Elevating well, doing good that we must. Good communication in motion proves our trust. Yes, 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 I love the way you're working. Yes, 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 I love the way you're working. Tongue through lips, entrance and exit zones. Grip my muscles, I love all of your holds. I love your touch, whether you're warm and or cold. We're so mindfully in tune, connecting our souls. Epitomizing good health, switching from yoga pose to yoga pose. I love the way our hips try to meet. Pleasurable coitus. I don't have to go 9 inches deep unless you want and or need the rest of me. Physically, self-confidence, self-worth beyond my 7-inch girth. Naturally, nature cycles an environment with no interference perfectly. As nature does, humans do so, culturing and nurturing.
Why does caressing your body feel so good? Are you ready to elevate how we express our moods? We only need to know what we do. You are for me and I am for you. Lips like fingertips, tongue licks, pressuring, slowing and quickening, touching bodies warming, comforting and pleasuring. I like to watch your body motioning. Lips like fingertips, tongue licks, pressuring, slowing and quickening, touching bodies warming, comforting and pleasuring. I like to watch your body motioning. I like the way you smell.
You smell so good.
Your breathing to me is pleasing, like listening to an ocean from a shell.
So peaceful.
Our energies are learning to dance with each other so well. I like how you and I work together to exhale. Why does caressing your body feel so good? Are you ready to elevate how we express our moods? We only need to know what we do. You are for me and I am for you. Lips like fingertips, tongue licks, pressuring, slowing and quickening, touching bodies warming, comforting and pleasuring. I like to watch your body motioning. Lips like fingertips, tongue licks, pressuring, slowing and quickening, touching bodies warming, comforting and pleasuring. I like to watch your body motioning. Our hands crossing paths, fingers intertwining. Bring your body closer. I love how we're grinding. Planting kisses, making a beautiful garden of your beautiful body. Gentle, hardcore, passionate on the pleasure course that we're charting. Caressing your breast, sucking on your nipples, licking between your vulva and your anal, massaging up and down your back, all along your shoulders. I'm always going to enjoy your body well, even when we're older. When you're around, I'm always filling up. When sexually together, we're always having fun. Rolling around, not always on the ground. Sharing time with you is always sound. I love your scent, I love your natural fragrance, keeping our minds flexible. I'm loving how we bend. We care so much for each other, look how well we tend. We're enlivening, knowing these memories will never end. We communicate toward better so as not to live in false pretend. We're exalting our maturing states of being toward happiness. Our hands crossing paths, fingers intertwining. Bring your body closer. I'm loving how we're grinding. Planting kisses, making a beautiful garden of your beautiful body. Gentle, hardcore, passionate on the pleasure course that we're charting. Caressing your breast, sucking on your nipples, licking between your vulva and your anal, massaging up and down your back, all along your shoulders. I'm always going to enjoy your body well, even when we're older. We create a safe space for belonging. We engage our fetishes to fulfill a longing. I'm not judging, you're not judging. We're here proud as we are, embracing abundance. I'm not doubting, you're not doubting. We're supporting each other well with our pouncing. You and I are on a rise beyond what's between our thighs. We're reaching new heights, elevating life, calming inside, peace of mind. Rock with me, rock with me, rock with me, rock with me, talk with me, talk with me, lovely. You're so lovely. Our hands crossing paths, fingers intertwining. Bring your body closer. I'm loving how we're grinding. Planting kisses, making a beautiful garden of your beautiful body. Gentle, hardcore, passionate on the pleasure course that we're charting. Caressing your breast, sucking on your nipples, licking between your vulva and your anal, massaging up and down your back, all along your shoulders. I'm always going to enjoy your body well, even when we're older. Our hands crossing paths, fingers intertwining. Bring your body closer, I'm loving how we're grinding. Planting kisses, making a beautiful garden of your beautiful body. Gentle, hardcore, passionate on the pleasure course that we're charting. Caressing your breast, sucking on your nipples, licking between your vulva and your anal. Massaging up and down your back, all along your shoulders. I'm always going to enjoy your body well, even when we're older. Rock with me, love with me, love with me.
A tree may be more apparent than its roots, though one may identify a tree by what results from its leaves, fruits, bearings, textures, all parts unique to a particular. Similarly for a human, though humans tend to vary possibilities of inclinations, each different, potentially, choicely.
Are you ready for my strong, long and thick? My refractory rate is so low, it's like I'm always ready to begin. I like to fill my mind, eyes, mouth, and hands with your mental, spiritual, and physical presence. Every moment with you is a valuable romantic lesson. You're always tight on me. You're so snugly. You're so lovely. You're so sexy. I like the contours of your body, sideways, front and back. Every part of you is wonderful, abundant, and spectacular. I like the ways our bodies are fitting like a puzzle we're successfully solving. Our intimacies uniting contributes well to the multiverse evolving. Sharing light together is a silver lining. I'm enjoying how we explore and keep trying. I love the ways you appreciate my strong, long, and thick. Our combining brings me pleasure again and again. I like to fill my mind, eyes, mouth, and hands with your mental, spiritual, and physical presence. Every moment with you is a valuable romantic lesson. You're so sexy. You're so lovely. You're so snugly. You're always tight on me.
Every morning I like eating an orange, usually from a collection of fruit storage, all of which I find important. Every morning I peel what I don't fully understand. Being mindful, chewing a slice, I learn more nutrients are in the peels in my hands, which, being biodegradable, I tend to scatter randomly across lands, though how valuable they are to that which I am. Even when you're out of sight, you're on my mind.
We're so mindful of each other, we're never out of lines. We create meanings, we create signs. We decide how we represent and symbolize. You're like orange peels without pesticides. Everything you show is good for my insides. Even what I don't see is good for me. All of you brings more than fiber and vitamin C. Provitamin A, folate, riboflavin, thiamine, vitamin B6, calcium, polyphenols, limonene as essential oils. Every property of you is anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory. I consume fructose more than any other source from a sugar inventory. You're like orange peels without pesticides. Everything you show is good for my insides. Even what I don't see is good for me. All of you brings more than fiber and vitamin C. You're like orange peels without pesticides. Everything you show is good for my insides. Even what I don't see is good for me. All of you brings more than fiber and vitamin C.